everyone, to keep lag down, had to dress in guild outfits. In the video, they look like potato sacks. It was actually kind of funny, but everyone is wearing these these white robes. But what made it amusing to me was you get to choose where your control points are by these siege engines. You can set up your guild where you want to defend, and the attackers and the defenders don't have to go through doors, so there's not that choke point that WoW 1 for Ragnarok 1 had. Instead, it was more like the Ragnarok 1's WoW 2 system, but instead of walls being put there, you put your defenses where you want them. The incredibly fast content development, you're right, there's absolutely no way a development team, a live team, or an event team can keep ahead of how fast players can devour content. That is absolutely true. We are doing a very aggressive update plan, but even once a month, I'm absolutely sure people will get through that content in under a week. That's just the way games are. The trick is to give content that players feel the desire to do more often, or to run multiple characters through. No, there are costumes in plan. There are a number of costumes in plan for second class. They aren't ready yet, but that is something we're requesting, because I think the looks from RO1 would fit very nicely with RO2. The number of characters at character select. Well, right now there's multiple pages, but I think you mean you want to see more than 5 at a time. I'll have to talk with them, but I don't think so. It would get a little too packed on the screen. For the graphics, I'd actually need a little bit more specifics about what in the graphics. The game is supposed to look like this. We are requesting some camera work to be done so the camera doesn't get obfuscated as much when you go through leaves and whatnot. But the general actual graphics, it's going to look that soft palette type characters. We are not going to be supporting external mods. If anyone wants to make one, they would need to talk with us. It's not something I'm willing to say we're going to accept, but I would rather someone talk to us than just try to make it work. Right now, cards, you put cards on your body rather than equipment. And once you take a card out of your body, it disappears. It's not that much of a problem because cards are a lot more common, and you can also craft the cards using other cards. So I don't expect people to be lacking the cards. It's a little bit of gathering. It would definitely be a time use, but it should also be fun. As you level up, you get more card slots. For equipment, you can both refine them as well as add runes to them. More powerful runes give you higher stats. Most bonuses tend to be a stat bonus rather than a sub-stat bonus or a skill effect. I notice there's a new race class in the Korean RO2. That's the Noel classes, and we should be getting that this summer. If you played in the beta, that's how we're launching. We're not tweaking the monster difficulty between beta and launch. What you tested is what you're going to get. We can make changes later, but right now we don't have the need to quite yet. We are looking at the raid bosses just to make sure that Baphomet and his ilk are not too ridiculous or too easy. The UI work being done, a lot of that goes into like the font size and how text is going to be displayed. We are requesting certain changes like that. Also camera work. I don't have a timeline for that because literally the request went in about a week and a half ago. So they're looking at it and seeing what kind of time it would take to make those changes. There's some other little things like the way vending works, how your trade window works when you are trying to trade someone and someone else trades you and it closes your bags, trying to do stuff like that. I'd have to know more about the PvP balance issues. I haven't seen any reports come in about imbalances. I can see rangers and sorcerers being very powerful because of their range and instant attacks, so we'll have to look at that. Yeah, you aren't the real Heimdallr. That's my name. You don't need to do all the Kara missions. They are a nice little bonus mission. But you can also, you can get bags traded to you from other players. There are lots of ways of acquiring these things. And who's to say we won't do a special event where you can get them for cheaper? Like I said, it is a luxury item. Yeah, where's it? I messed up with scheduling. That's why the actual RO2 community manager is not here today. Since they worked last weekend, there's this whole California law thing about not making people work for 3 weeks straight, so he's off today.
The law's always getting in the way.
Yeah. We'll be working on. Yes, the typos are continually being worked on. We've been spending the last week specifically working on them. If you see any, just screenshot and see that as the typo, and we can fix it within the next patch. Yes, I can understand that difficulty in catching up with them. If that's all the balance is, I agree. We'll have to work on that. Yes, Dungeon EXP is the fastest in the game. If you get a great group and you just do dungeon running, you will level up faster than any other way in the game. It may not be as happy, you may not be as have as much fun, but you will level up faster. We are looking at the installer issues. It didn't happen for everyone, but some people do. When you want to report something on the WarpPortal, just click on the link that's in the patcher, and it'll take you to a drop-down. Just report it as a bug for Ragnarok 2, and it'll get to the right people. Yes, the play tips can be turned off. Could you actually show them how to turn it off? It's on the escape. Game settings, and then you can turn it off.
Game tips.
Yeah, so that's why he's not getting them. He already had them turned off. Some of the other things we're requesting is ability to block, whispers and stuff like that. Right now, there's Alberta and Frontera. Morok is a planned update for the fairly near future. We will be enabling the client download prior to launch. And sometimes for events, there will be permanent mounts and costumes. Any costume you get from a random box, like I said before, will be permanent rather than a timed. For mounts, you can get a permanent mount sometimes at a low chance from getting the random mount box. The beta-only mounts, no. Eventually, those will be available in-game. They were limited because they weren't going to be available at launch. They will not be available for many months, in fact. Will Geffen be added too? I don't know. Reading the history, Geffen kind of doesn't exist right now. So we'll have to see how they go with the story on that. It done got blown up. During launch, we'll probably launch with about 5 channels, just so we keep people together, but we can open all the way up to 20. And our intention is going to be set at only one world. That's the intention. So there's no issues with, oh, my character's on the wrong world to play with you. just one giant server. And we have play tested it with a whole ton of people, and they were robots, and it still managed to hold up really well. Did we change Dungeon XP to KRO rates or still SEA rates? Dungeon XP is horrible at the moment, worse than killing normal mobs at your level. I would have to see which specific dungeon you're doing and at what level, but the dungeon level should be slightly higher because they are more difficult. I believe the Union system is using the token system. The mounts and the costumes will be available again, the ones that were in beta. So if you missed it, you didn't miss out permanently, but you're not going to have them for quite some time. The card MVP. Yes, we actually have a bunch of winners for the card MVP thing. We will be distributing those to you prior to launch. You can actually change the camera options a little bit in the system setting, if that's an issue. Why isn't there... Pandora's Box's status. I didn't like the way the Pandora's Box was wrapping the early game content. Pretty much everyone would be using the Pandora stuff rather than things they're getting from quests or picked up or crafted from a blacksmith and a tailor. That was a bit of a problem for me, and for a lot of players as well. So instead we're going to make the Pandora's Box only a event drop rather than an always on drop. Did you think you could go try that raid? Actually, you probably need more people to even go into the raid.
Oh, yeah. Twice as many.
Yep. Could you show them the turtle mount? Check the mounts. I dumped a lot in there.
He's fine. Where's that?
We'll have to do another one of these a bit later. The next one will show off the turtle mount. Yes, all the Korean voices are being changed to English. We can actually do a quick preview of that now, and I'll shut up so you can hear the game.
When you do the map, it still keeps the old.
So here we are at East Mount Majolner.
May Odin's blessings shine upon you always. Hello. Pleased to meet you.
You must keep training. I'm wondering how my little sister is doing.
Welcome. What toodaloo?
How can I help you?
Welcome to the village.
Welcome. See you again.
Everything's for sale. Come again. Take your pick. Take your pick. Oh, welcome. Farewell.
I sell the best dishes in the world. Welcome. Bon appetit.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite NPCs to get voiced.
Today, we have lots of elegant items. Please drop by again.
I'm not surprised that you guys recognize some of the voices. We got about 15 voice actors and actresses to do the voices. And they were on our favorite list from animes, game voiceovers. Pretty much when you guys mentioned them on Facebook, pretty much every one of them was on our list. We can't tell you who, due to contract, but you should not be disappointed with the voice quality that we did for this game.
Yes? It's Aramis Guile.
Good to see you here. Farewell.
Yeah, those purple bugs, we're looking into that. I don't have it on my computer.
Hello there.
But here at work,
I'll be
I
seeing
definitely
you
have it.
again.
Welcome, dearie.
What brings you here?
Oh, they want Dr. Jacob.
Yeah. No, I agree with that one.
Were you looking for me?
Hello there.
Onto the cow.
Do some crafting.
Crafting.
Yeah, I have stuff to crafting. Shoot. For the player voices, they're not, all the skills are not represented quite yet. We're actually asking about that. They were all voiced over. It may actually get too annoying with hearing them saying the same thing over and over about every 2 seconds. But we'll see.
Oh, you're shooting on the Magnus. That's one of the voices.
I'll just do, actually none of them are showing up because Sanctuary also had a voice. The English voices, they are done. Some of the things do actually pop up, the different voices we did. Yes, those are questions people like.
So,
The pet system is later. last blessing.
Blessing?
Yeah. I never noticed EXP loss on death, but I didn't die too much either. Guild leveling is quite a feat of accomplishment. It will take you a long time. I can't vouch for if it's what SEA did or what KRO did, but it is intended to be where it's currently at. You do get some pretty powerful buffs from that. We are working on the resurrection cooldown. That is actually one of the top issues that we're discussing right now. No, you will be able to patch the beta client. We've taken the beta client offline right now, just because we're putting up a full normal client very soon today. Nameplates, you mean just displaying your name or guild stuff? Because that's one of the things you can edit.
Guild title.
Yeah.
Guild info.
Are those the nameplates you were talking about? No, you can still take first class skills and you go second class.
Oh, they don't want to see monster nameplates.
I thought I did see that.
There's only guild title.
In control? No, no. Oh, that's something we can ask them to adjust. No, the GM in this game isn't quite as apparent as in RO1. We're just kind of normal characters that are kind of ghosty. What about the Kara? If you're asking if will it be expanded, I can say yes. I do know it's going to happen. Yes, Noel race will be added. I think we're almost done with today. This of course will be up so you can watch it again later. And if most of these questions are actually talked about it somewhere in here. We can't do a raid because it requires more people than we actually have logged into the game right now.
I think that's pretty good.
And I want to thank you all very much. I look forward to seeing all of you next week, Wednesday, 3 p.m. Pacific time, when we launch again.
Alright, thank you guys.